Hi everybody, welcome to Hollywood Bets Durbanville. Note that number 2, when we did this on the Friday, has been taken out. So that'll leave you with a field of 12 runners. And we're going over the 1250 meters at Durbanville. It is a maiden class field. And the early market here has got this horse from the stable of Peter Muscat. And they Plaza Record, number 5 on the card. Richard Fourie is riding that. It's priced up at 18 to 10. Hopefully good enough to bank here in the bypots. Daryl Marie is with me. Darren Burrows unfortunately can't be with us this weekend, but Daryl is here. He's in the studio. And bypot bank, or what's the plan?
No.
No. Okay. What are you doing then, Mr. Marie?
Yeah, but how are you doing, Clyde?
Fine.
Great. Have a look in the front of the computer form. There's a comment over there. May just need the run after an extended break.
Right.
Now, this was obviously, you recall, he came to the track with a huge reputation. It was basically put and take, but that wasn't quite the case. He came out running a bit too keen and very green. But he's been off the track for quite some time since. And the comments aren't that bullish. I mean, he reads may just need.
Yeah.
It's not like working well.
Fair enough.
So I haven't banked him, but I can see him winning. I mean, I just hope he does relax this time around because he does go an extra 250 meters. Gravity, he returned as a gelding last time out. Nice run. The third horse came out and ran second in his next start. And I think he did finish quite a bit behind him. So I've got respect for him. And then number 9, Clyde. I liked his debut, King of Spin. And then last time out in running, he came out slow from a neat draw and he just never looked comfortable. He actually moved to the middle of the course. It wasn't quite him. So I'm willing to give him another run or another chance at least. And what's interesting over here, have a look at number 1, who ran a promising race last time out with Louis aboard. Louis opted to take the ride on number 9, King of Spin, which suggests he that's the stable elect or his elect.
Yeah.
So I've got numbers 4, 5, and 9.
Okay. Yeah, it's the form lines are poor everywhere. I mean, they're not strong at all.
They're not great, no.
I know some of them are lightly raced and it's perhaps still early days, but there's really nothing that stands out here. Sorry that I even asked, should we be banking? That's, when a horse like that did such a fantastic debut run, but being off for that long, Peter Muscat's horse, then obviously it's a little bit of a concern. But here's the bypot from Mr. Marie. He's gone 4, 5, 9 by Banker 1, by 7 and 9, by 3 and 7, by 2, 8 and 9, by 1, 5, 9, 10 and 11. Back, welcome. Race number 2. Let's talk about the second race. Start of the place accumulators out at Durbanville. It's a maiden class field and it's run over 1,400 meters. A field here of 8 runners that go to the gate. In this race, the market's got top of the boards, the Crawford Horse Speed Racer at 5 to 2. Second choice, number 6, Pattaya at 3 to 1. And number 1, Lindbergh, Daryl, big price, 9 to 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him favourite, Clyde, race time.
Yes.
His penultimate start was a cracking effort. Okay?
All right.
Now let's just pull up this race so I can get my facts right, Clyde.
Okay. Get it right. We need them to be accurate.
Yeah. In that race, he beat Tenango. Okay? He beat Tenango, and he also beat a horse called Nordic Chief and Willie John behind Oriental Charm. Now have a look at the form over here. Number 2 was beaten by Nordic Chief. So Lindbergh beat Nordic Chief. He should hold number 2. And then he should also hold number 5, Stars in Heaven. Number 6, once again, the comment from the yard is may just need. And I think Speed Racer's going to have his work cut out from a tricky draw. All depends on how much energy he has to use to overcome and get into a prominent position. But I think Tenango, this time around from a 1 draw, what I'm saying, Clyde, he ran below par in his later start because Tenango reversed that form by like 4 odd lengths or 5 lengths. So I thought he ran below par. He had excuses. From a 1 draw, back over the 1400. Hoping things go smooth for him in running. I'm sure they will, because he should get the run of the race.
Sure.
And this horse, once he gets his confidence behind him, Clyde, you can follow him. He's a very nice horse.
So you're confident with this horse, aren't you?
I think at
Fairly
what,
confident
92?
anyway. Yes.
I'm having a nibble.
Never, 92. And you're anchoring it in the bypass
Yes,
as well. I mean, your
absolutely.
PAs and stuff. Okay, let's put it up, please, Ricky. Let's take a look. I know Daryl's gone banker 1 Lindbergh. That's the play. 7 and 9 in the second leg. This is the place accumulated we're talking about by 3 and 7, by 2, 8 and 9, by 1, 5, 9, 10 and 11, by 2 and 5, by 2 and 7. So number 9, Kawakazi is top of the board. You have 14 to 10. This is for Harold Crawford and Richard Faree. May well be a hard horse to beat in a race like this, just in terms of the market. They've got it priced up as the favourite in the running of the third. This is a maiden plate for fillies and mares, and it was run over 1,400 metres. This horse has only had 2 starts to date, and its last start run to School Policy. The form's not too bad because Bright Duchess came from there and has won, and that horse Ticking Bomb came out and run a place. And I suppose Daryl, its debut performance not too bad either. Although I've noticed that in your other exotics you went a couple of runners. So
No, I only went 2 runners here.
2 runners,
And
yeah.
Michelle Ricks. You forgot Michelle Ricks, Clyde.
And Michelle, yes.
Yes.
What about Michelle Ricks?
You just mentioned her dad.
Oh yes, of course. Well, I'll never forget Michelle Ricks. Of course, Michelle.
You can't forget Michelle.
Never,
Um,
ever.
Yeah, Clyde, obviously Richard got a good field last time out. He'll know better in a race this time. That was over 1250. Now steps up to 1400. The way she's been finishing her races off, I think she's gonna love it. Excuse me, Clyde. Now, have a listen to this, Clyde. Ellerix, last time I tried the 1800, and that was too far for her. You can see she's out of a VAR mare, so I think coming back to the 1400 certainly going to be in her favour. And if you go to a penultimate start, right, behind Ticket to Vegas, look who she beat in that race, Clyde.
Yeah.
She beat a filly called School Policy, who beat Kawakaze.
Yeah.
And also from that form line, Enchanting Choice came out to win from there. So if she can put in a similar effort to that run, I think she could be the favourite's biggest danger.
Okay.
So I went number 7 and 9.
7 and 9, the 2 horses at the top of the boards. It does appear to be those 2 to battle it out. Pick 6s, have you worked one out? Have you done a pick
I
6?
did.
You have, there it is there. Okay, so we got Daryl's pick 6, 7 and 9. No bankers by 3 and 7, by 2, 8 and 9, by 1, 5, 9, 10 and 11, by 1, 2, 4 and 5, by 2, 5, 7, 8, 10 and 12. Let's go on to race number 4 on the card now. This is a B Stakes fillies and mares over 1,400 metres, and there'll be 9 of them that line up here. This is when we did the show on the Friday for Saturday. Top of the boards are the bottom weights. This was 3. Give Me That Pearl for Justin Staith and Grant van Niekerk. Only got 52.5 on its back. Tops the boards at 2 to 1. And according to the market, the biggest danger, this was Montelena number 7 or Montelena number 7 is the second choice of 9 to 2. Also got no weight on its back, got 52.5 kilos. And those are the 2. But I don't know if it ends there or not. Daryl can tell us, Daryl, how deep do we need to go here?
It ends there for me, Clyde. So
Okay.
if those
Good to know.
2 come unstuck, I'm in trouble. Let's start with Montelena. Now, this is the filly you had your laugh on last time.
Yes.
Because we watched her penultimate start where she was very unlucky. She found interference on the rail. Richards switched her out and she absolutely took off. That was her comeback run over 1,000 meters, Clyde. Excuse me. Then last time out, I don't think the draw did her any favors because Richard made use of that draw and she
She sort of took off underneath him.
probably was, yeah, she was
And
doing too
set
much
the pace
from a
of
handy
her.
draw.
Yeah.
I actually like the fact that she's drawn out in 7. Ashton Aries can pop out, give her a chance, and let her do her best work late, like she did in her penultimate start.
Right.
Because judging on that effort, she's gonna love the 1400. And what I can say, Clyde, is Mr. Marshall's yards turned in a big way. So he has a filly that's going to come into this race in good order, racing fitness on her side, and looking for the extra. So she's one for the shortlist. On the other hand, you got number 3, Give Me That Pearl, who put in a fantastic debut. Just the manner in which she won was impressive. She didn't beat anything of note, and the time was very slow. So there are some concerns, but just from what I saw, she could be well above average. And Clyde, take note, she holds a nomination for the Cape Phillies Guineas, which is a grade 1. So obviously the stable think highly of her. So I've got numbers 3 and 7, with the 7 having racing fitness on her side.
Prefer it.
Probably just leaning towards her.
Okay. All right, so those are simply the two. Give me that Pearl and Montalina. You heard from Daryl. That's what we want to do in this race. We're hoping the bottom weights will basically secure it for us. We've got a jackpot that we've worked out for you. Daryl's got 3 and 7 here, by 2, 8 and 9 in the second leg, by 1, 5, 9, 10 and 11, and the final leg of the first jackpot, 1, 2, 4 and 5. So it's a class 2 and it's over 1,800 meters. This race, race 5, should run at around 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. We are doing this Friday. There are 10 very nice horses that go to the gate here. And top of the boards is number 3, Sugar Mountain for Candice Bass Robinson at 5-2. Aldo takes a ride. This horse got 57.5 on its back. Number 2, Rock Pool is back at the races. A lovely horse. Justin Statham, Grant van Niekerk, second choice at 4-1. And then you got Dean Canema in there in the top 3 with number 7, Ponte Pietra, and that's priced up as 4-1. So those are the top 3 that are dominating right now. And then, of course, Baratheon, I suppose, perhaps can't necessarily be excluded because that's priced up 11-2 in the stable of Piet Buerta, has had a tremendous run as well. Right, where do we start, Mr. Marie? Which one?
Yeah, let's start with Sugar Mountain. Now, I watched his latest replay, Clyde. I actually thought he was traveling very hard in the running, and that was over 1,400. So my thinking behind him going 1,800, I have my doubts.
First time, yeah.
And obviously Rockpool, on the other hand, is going to strip fitter, and he's going to love the step up to 1,800, and he's 2 kilograms better off. So I'm of the opinion that Rockpool's going to reverse the form with Sugar Mountain.
Sure, okay.
Then you got Baratheon. I don't know if you recall this last race. There was a lot of cutting throats going on a long way from home. Himself and one-way traffic, excuse me, Clyde, they took on each other far too early, and they had to fold in the straight, and he managed to run second despite that. He's won from one of the course in distance. He's very fit, and the stable of Piet Buerta is in cracking form, Clyde. So he's got enough toe to get into a great position. So I'm not worried about the 9 draw. But if you go to his penultimate start behind Senso Unico, have a look who actually finished ahead of him in that race. Was a horse called My Bestie. Now, I know he comes into this race a bit under sufferance, but if he reproduces that effort behind Senso Unico, I'm saying My Bestie could represent a bit of value.
Sure.
And I'm looking for an upset result in this race by including him. So I know he's not the most reliable, but Glenn Cotson's stable currently, Clyde.
Champion at the moment.
He's firing, so I think he's
What
never
price
far
is this
off
horse?
them. He's never far off them, Clyde. So I think we might get our run for our money over
20
here.
to 1. 20 to 1, My Bestie. Bit of a shruti for Daryl, outsider.
2 8 and 9. It's a tricky race, Clyde. I hope I get through. But a little bit of a nibble on My Bestie at 20s.
Okay, let's put it up. Thank you. Let's go to the Dex jackpot. 2, 8 and 9, by 1, 5, 9, 10, 11, by 1, 2, 4 and 5, by 2, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12. We're hoping this jackpot will pay a bit. As you can see, we've spent 360 Rand on jackpot 2. Right, let's get on to the Stayer Stakes now. It's over 1,800 meters, and this particular event runs at around 25-4. Note that the 13 horses is a reserve run at this point in time, so just keep your eyes open around what the story is with regards to race time, if anything does happen to come out. But this is probably one of the more tougher races on the card, I would have thought anyway. 10 Love is a Rose, top of the boards at 4-1. 9-2 about number 9, Maya Flower Fate. And number 1, Silver Lynx, is priced up at 5-1. Then you get 7, 8-1, and better about the others, likes of Lord Silvano, Gold Poker Game. There are quite a number of horses, Daryl. So not easy
Yeah.
Not an easy
Firstly,
race.
why is number 13 a reserve runner,
I'm not
Clyde?
sure they can do more than 12 over this distance.
Over this distance?
I would
The
imagine.
track's too narrow, eh?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the track is capable of catering for 13 runners over 1250 and 1400.
Yeah.
It's just that section, it's a
I
little
think
bit
that
narrow.
that particular area.
Yeah, if you have a look at the best weighted, Love is a Rose. He's on top, I think, by half a pound or something, Clyde, ahead of Gold Poker Game. Now, the last time Richard Free rode Love is a Rose, if I'm not mistaken, let me just get to the race. The race went awful for him, and despite that, he still got up in the latter stages on Love is a Rose. Yeah, that was behind Young Love. I don't know if you recall that. Bernard Fado slowed the pace down to a walk up front, and Love is a Rose was caught on the fence, and I thought she was in trouble, but she really quick and smartly. Last time out against the boys, wasn't disgraced. It was a muddy run race, but she's best weighted over here, so I've got healthy respect for her. This horse, Gold Poker Game, just put a line through a comeback run. It was awful watching her if you had your money on her, because she just had nowhere to go the entire length of the straight. She's going to strip fitter. She's well weighted. Yeah, she's a very, very nice filly, this. So I like her chances. Gold Poker Game. What price is her, Clyde? Is she?
I think 7 to 1, if I recall correctly.
You're very
Gold.
busy fiddling, yeah, and
Yeah, 9 to 1.
9 to 1 Gold Poker Game.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
9 to 1, 2 to 1 a place.
That is impossible.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
is.
Silver Links, number 1. She's a bit of a distance specialist. I'm not saying she's not capable of winning over other trips, but she certainly goes well over the 1800. From a one-year-old, she'll be closer to the pace, and she wasn't disgraced when returning last time out after
No,
a
it was
rest.
a good run.
So, and being by Silvana, she is going to improve with racing.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm going to focus on numbers 1,
Yep.
5, and 10. 5 being my
5, you're
current
Shruti.
top pick. Respect for 9 and 11.
Okay. 1, 5, 9, 10, 11. 1, 5, 10, 9 and 11 respect.
5, 1, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, 5 is the first choice. All right, well, so Gold Poker Game, going to be Candice Bess Robinson and Al DeMay, the producer. They're currently priced up Friday around 9 to 1. Love is a Rose, number 10. Greg Enion's having a bit of a run too, and these sort of horses do come up. Richard Ferree riding. Let's have a look at what we're going to do in this event in terms of a suggested pick 3, 1, 5, 9, 10, 11 by 1, 2, 4, and 5. And at the back, 2, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12. As you can see by that pick 3, it just becomes far more challenging now at the second half of the day.